Hey there, hope you guys are doing good. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Awesome to have you here as always. So today I'm going to be talking about a topic that isn't talked about that much, I don't think, when it comes to the joys of motherhood. And it's something that it's cringy. I'm not gonna lie, it's a cringy topic. So that topic is sore, scabbed, torn, ripped, cracked, bloody, bruised, blistered nipples. Now, if you want to click away from the video, I don't blame you one bit. Feel free to do that. But if you want to stick around and kind of learn what I did to help manage my my nipples when they were that way, when they were cracked and bloody and all that, please stick around. So yeah, so with that being said, I wanted to share with you guys how I helped remedy and repair my nipples and how I got through breastfeeding and pumping. So if you've experienced this or are experiencing this, you know it's, when you think about it or when you actually experience it, the pain is undescribable. It's toe curling. It's like someone literally is driving a knife into your boob. Like, no joke, no joke. And of course it's during something that we can't not do. Like, we can't not breastfeed our kids, our babies. We can't not pump breast milk because we know supply, demand, and all of that. So you have to like get through it and bear through that pain. So again, I just want to share with you guys some of the things that helped me out, and I'm hoping they will help you out as well. So I developed cracked, sore nipples, this issue, later on during my, after having my second child. Later on, so around like the 14-month age when I was pumping. It wasn't actually from the breastfeeding part, it was from pumping. And I'm not really sure why this happened. It could have been like maybe like when I started pumping, like my breast tissue wasn't like soft and moist and supple and that type of thing. Maybe I had like dry skin or, you know, dry nipple tissue. Maybe it was like the temperature, as you know, it's cold out. Those nipples kind of shrivel up a little bit. So I don't know if it was like the temperature thing, but regardless, it happened. So if it happened to me, I'm sure there's some of you moms out there that, again, are experiencing this or have experienced this in the past. And I'm here to try to help. So here's some of the steps and some of the things that I did to help not only like bear the pain while I was pumping, but also to kind of help repair my nipple tissue. So one of the most important things that helped, I brought a few items with me to demonstrate to you guys, to show you what I did, was literally plastic wrap or saran wrap, whatever you have on hand. So I used this along with the greatest ointment, the greatest concoction, the greatest invention in the baby world is this stuff, Aquifer, okay? I use this stuff for everything, to be honest. My lips, I had really dry, flaky skin. I used it on my face to help repair my dry skin. Of course, like diaper rash, overnight especially, just wounds, anything and everything. This stuff is amazing. So anyway, what I did was I literally, overnight, I would slather this on my nipples, and then I would cover my nipple with a piece of plastic wrap to hold, you know, to prevent the ointment from rubbing off on my clothes. And then I would wear a bra over the saran wrap that was then over the ointment on my nipples overnight, and it would help tremendously. And this is referred to, I might be touching on this later, but I think it's called like moist wound healing, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe there's another term for it. But this really helped with the soreness, with, again, just like repairing the tissue. Now, if you were like me and I woke, you know, had my baby woke up in the middle of the night to nurse, I would then, of course, like wipe up the excess with a paper towel or cloth or whatever, and then nurse them and then put it back on and go back to bed. And the other thing, just to kind of add to that, is sometimes I would apply some Neosporin as well, because Neosporin does have like a pain relieving agent in it. So that actually did help also to help relieve some of that pain. So definitely try this out. So another thing I tried is a nipple soak. So I would actually take hot water in a cup, or warm water, of course, not like boiling hot. You don't want to freaking burn yourself, but warm water in a cup, and then I would add salt. And I don't think it really matters what kind of salt you have. Whatever you have available is fine, but I would add salt. So basically, essentially, you're making like saline solution, salt water. I would then take the cup with the salt water solution in it, and I'm just gonna crank this down a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. And then I would literally cup this, and like I would have to lean over because there's water in it, of course, you guys here. Cup it on my boob, and or both boobs, whatever. If both of your nipples are unfortunately experiencing this, I would cup it on both, or just the one, with this, like I said, the salt water's inside, and there's a nice seal, a nice, you know, suction seal around this, so water's not leaking out or anything. But I would just sit here and hold it for 5 minutes or so. Just let that salt water kind of helps, you know, sit on that tissue. Again, this would help warm up the breast, the nipple, loosen it up. It would kind of help, again, with the healing process as well. So this is something that I did quite a few times, especially before breast pumping when I was at work. I would do this at work before I pumped. And this just really helped. And the other thing I did kind of along those lines was just take like a warm washcloth with, you know, hot water, warm water, and I would use that as like a compress on my nipple. Or I would also just like literally hold my nipple, my breast under hot water over the sink, again, just to help loosen up the nipple tissue and help it relax, and just kind of make it more pliable and stretchy and that type of thing before I pumped. If you guys liked the video so far, please hit the like button down below. So again, as I mentioned, I pumped at work. I would also have Aquifer with me at work, or even Neosporin. And before I plopped on the nipple guard or the nipple shield for my pump, I would put on a little bit of this, the Aquifer, or again, Neosporin on the nipple, again, to help soothe it and help relieve some of the pain during pumping. So now I wanted to touch on a few other remedies that you could try to help heal your nipples and help relieve some of that pain. So this is more for the pain. What you could try is ice, an ice pack, ice cube. This is something I also did as well on that nipple to kind of help numb it. So what you're trying to do is numb it enough to the point where you don't feel that pain as much. So icing it will help relieve some of the pain. Another thing is which didn't really occur to me because I was breastfeeding and producing breast milk, of course, was just to take a pain reliever. Like seriously. If the pain is that excruciating, which it was, take Tylenol or Advil or any other safe pain reliever, so that way you don't have to experience like excruciating pain. One other idea is to, if it is only happening, you know, to one nipple, to first nurse your child, your baby, on the healthy nipple, the nipple that isn't experiencing any issues first. So nurse on the uninjured nipple first, because, you know, generally babies, when they're hungry especially, they kind of really go at it. So they'll do it on that healthy nipple first, and then they won't be as aggressive on the injured nipple when you want to switch to that other side. Another thing you can try, because again, it can be painful to nurse on that injured nipple, is to nurse your baby more frequently if you're not doing that already, because that way your baby won't be as hungry during each nursing session and won't be as like ravenous and wanting to go at it at that nipple at that feeding session. So one thing to keep in mind is if you aren't able to nurse your baby during this time, it's definitely important to, again, pump that breast milk if you can, or hand express. This is something, the hand expression is something that I never really tried or got good at, but in this type of situation, if pumping even is too hard to do or too painful, you gotta hand express, because you do not want your breast milk supply to tank. Another reason you would have to pump or hand express is to help prevent mastitis, which I have thankfully never experienced, but I've heard is horrendous. Another option is to use soothing gel pads. There are a few options out there, but I'll go ahead and link an option down below for you guys to check out. So this is an interesting one. They say breast milk is like magical and it can heal anything and everything. You can use it for anything and everything. They say that you can like squirt it into your little baby's eye or the tear duct area if they have a clogged tear duct, and it's supposed to help alleviate that. But anyway, one thing about breast milk is that it's high in vitamin E, and we know that vitamin E is beneficial for wound healing. So if you can take some of that breast milk and massage it gently onto that nipple, that it will help to heal that wound on that nipple. Another thing is which I did try, was to make sure that you are using the correct size of the nipple shields for your pump. If they're the incorrect size, that can certainly cause pain and irritation and agitation at the nipple site. Essentially, you're just kind of causing that nipple to experience friction in the wrong way. So another thing you could try is to just try a different pump altogether. I've used 2 different pumps in the past. One was the Amida Finesse, and then the other was the Medela Pump and Style Advanced. And I thought of the 2, the more like gentle one was the Amida pump. Alrighty guys, that's what I have for you today. Please let me know if you have any questions down below. If you have any other suggestions or recommendations for moms who are experiencing this issue, please comment down below. The more the merrier. Let me know where you are at in your breastfeeding journey, your pumping journey as well, because I really would love to hear your guys' stories. But anyway, thank you so very much for watching the video today. If you guys like the motherhood content, want to see just like lifestyle stuff from me, and also nutrition as it relates to, you know, motherhood and pregnancy and all of that, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd really appreciate it, and I'd love to have you here. All right, thanks again for stopping by today. It was awesome to see you. And as always, stay cool, be strong, and I'll see you again in the next video. All right, take care guys, bye.